Okay, we've done the first part. I have to leave the... There is another thing there. Maybe I'm stupid. There has to be a T-shape here. Did I overlook any? Wow. Wow. Okay. The T-shape in orange. People.
My child, you do not need to collect all sigils at once. You are free to return to this place whenever you choose.
I have to jam this so I can get that one out. Because if I want to take it with me, it will stay behind me. Just wanted to show that to you. So I can take it with me. And so now I have 2 for the 2 bombs. And that should be everything I have to do here. Okay. Yeah, I almost forgot that. Good thing I looked at the sign. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. That's done. Now I can move forward. So it has unlocked that thing in the upper left there. That's a lock which I have to open to get access to the connectors. That's what they are. And I will tell more about the connectors when we get there. So I'm just scanning, violently dashing around for QR.
Child, and my temple will be revealed to you.
Where they are, the 2 L shapes and the Z, there is a star. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Where these are, there has to be a star, so there's something hidden here, which might be why I was able to take that out of here. The problem is I don't know where exactly it was. Normally they will give you like a vantage point so you can see it in some way. There is something. Yeah, we'll have to go back in those. They are all solved by now? Yeah. Okay. So I think in that direction we have some space to move in at least. So there's not... Okay. It's good, I will return. I return for the stars at a later state. Sorry. I think I will just cut that out then. So, and back here again. I decided to go for the star and looked around in the whole section behind there. So the stars are like extra stuff you can figure out and get to, and I didn't see it and I didn't want to waste too much time, so I went back here and just cut it out. So I did cut it out. Yeah. We were not finished looking around here, if I remember right. We didn't look all the way to the back. That's normally where they would hide QR codes in the later levels. I don't remember all the levels and how they look like, so I'll be as surprised as you are. So this is I'll do the easy one first. Poking a sleeping lion. Okay, if I take that, I die. Why, as I'm not an idiot, I'll not die. And I got it. So also, I did a thing that you may notice here. Oh, it's so slow. Okay, you can notice it. Yeah, you can indeed block these things in their path by letting a gemmer stand there. And that can be used to solve puzzles. Trio Bombasticus. Bombasticus. Okay. I think I'll get a gem around the corner. Yes. And I have to let them out. That was wrong one. One by one. So I can go through the other way. Very straightforward, the first puzzles. Take that one, and we have 2/3 of our way done to the connector.
You are most diligent. Perhaps this trait will serve you well in times to come.
Yeah, well, I've played this game before, and so the tutorial levels are very easy for me. That's another possibility. So, we've done all of these, not done the star. We will come back for the stars. I will hunt them down. And now I will go in here.
You walk now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
He has a god complex. Okay, we did Word 1, did everything but the star. It were 7 levels, Word 3 has 4 levels and 2 stars. There are some hard ones there. Level 5. You need a box and a connector. You need those in order to make in order to do the levels.
There are mysteries in my garden, hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
So you can go through this if you have enough stars. That is what he meant by that. And this shows the whole word A and what you have achieved in it. So this is also like a Greek or Roman. I said Greek now, so I will commit to Greece. So this is also Greek architecture style, and the other words BC and so on maybe have other styles. I will not tell about those. And this is what we're achieving so far for the 8th sigil. So we can get out here and get to that elevator, modern elevator. Yeah, of course. Then we have this here, which is boarded up. I won't tell you about this until you get it shown by the game itself. So here we need to connect this. Here we'll get this. Moment. Here we will get the last piece we need for the connectors. So also, I think I'm technically right about saying that the green ones are the easy ones and the yellow ones are the medium ones and the red ones are the hard ones, but they're also like symbols for what kind of gate they open. So here we have a connector and a box that we can acquire, not to use here in the overworld, but we unlock the mechanic that is behind it. So here we need those we need for the connector. We just added what we need for the box. those are very interesting puzzle mechanics. The Connect is possibly the one that this game is most famous for. If you just search the games and look for screenshots, it's almost always something with the connectors. So I'll stop here for my first session and look at the recording if everything did well. And if everything did well and this was not too stuttery, I will record just away. And elsewise, you will never see this, and I'll start the game again from new. So, thank you. And goodbye. So, hi, this is Joe again, and here we are with session 2. Why are we back in World 1 again? Because I wanted to find the star. I went ahead and first off, I went ahead and took the gemma out of the back way here. It's very easy, you just go here and right off the line of sight of the turret you can go over here, go over the ladder and do the puzzle again. And I took that with me. But before I did that, I looked around and searched for something where the star could be hidden, and I found this here, which is very obviously looks like a playable level, and here's a switch for that. So, okay. I think we will need the gemma, because if we wouldn't need the gemma, there would have been no need to give us one. Of course, I'm still looking for more of those codes. Yeah. There's nothing here. I thought that would be dangerous. Okay. Look around that side for a QR code. No QR code here. As of now, no QR codes within puzzles, but I think that will change. First star. Yeah, normally I would get an achievement, but I played this game before, so I don't get the achievements. And I haven't looked into how to undo achievements on Steam games. I'll look that up at some point. But with another game, because I would have to start the game over if I did that now, because I would lose up on some achievements, I think. This is a star 2. 2 L shapes and an S, so that will be enough to open that door, but I'm not that way. I don't want to open that door. I want to open all the other things inside here first. So let's go into World 2, AO2.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
Okay, he is setting up a Garden of Eden, like, don't take the apple thing. Interesting, there's a QR code, I'll come to that. First off, reading. Mounting local disk failed. Unrecognized error. Okay, list. Currently unavailable, while system loss resources are redirected to handle incoming network messages. Use the access COM portal command to access network functions. Okay, access COM portal. Connecting network drives. Network inaccessible. Troubleshoot? Yes. About it? I think we had that before. Troubleshooting. Trust no one. Wrong password. Wrong password. Admin. Let me in. Create a new admin account. Okay. That was so easy in hacking. Everybody would do that. We want to prevent unauthorized access. Please take a moment to prove you are not a bot. Certification program. Loaded. You will now be asked with a series of inputs. To clear with data protection legislation, you must consent to have your responses used to develop a broad psychometric profile. Raw response data will be deleted immediately. Your profile will only be made available to other administrators. Generating certification part 1. Part 1 ready for user input. Please complete all fields. Please answer quickly and instinctively. Time is a factor in this assessment. No, it is not. I don't think this is built into the game. Begin certification program. Yes. 2 plus 2 equals... I think it's 8, but I will write 4. What's your subjective reaction to this image? Content? Maybe content? It is definitely not Mons, and it's not angry, so it's a face. What best describes a person? What best describes a person? Oh, that's a difficult question. We're getting philosophical here. Is a person a human being? A citizen? A rational animal? A being of negative entropy? A problem-solving system? Oh. Human being would... I don't like human being because that would rule out all other non-humans, like intelligent aliens would definitely be persons. And a dog is also a person, has a personality. A citizen would be even more restricting than human being, so that not. A rational animal. I don't think that you have to be rational to be a person. I know quite a few examples where rational doesn't fit. A being of negative entropy would be just everything is a person. The universe would be a person. That doesn't make sense. And we have a problem-solving system, which is ruled out to be the only one which is remaining. A problem-solving system. It's quite right. I don't like the wording, but it's quite right to describe a person, I think. I take that. You're walking through the desert and come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you're not sure how far it is to the next oasis. What will you do? Offer half the water? Or all? Ignore him? Ask what you're doing in the desert? Kill him and collect his blood in a flask for later. Yeah, that's the most human answer here. All the water would just be stupid. You're in a desert, you can't offer all your water. Half the water would be fine. Ignoring him might be fine if you know. I don't know anything about this desert, so I don't know how far I will have to go. So ignoring him would also be fine, offering all the water would also be fine, because if I knew the oasis is just above the next dune, that would be fine too. What am I doing in the desert? That's an interesting question. I would not walk through the desert. Yeah, so ask what I'm doing in the desert. Part 1 is now complete. You will receive a notification when part 2 has been generated. Exit. Ah, I'll get them. Okay, I thought we would have to wait for part 2 of the certification process. Ian.email. From Frank Ngatai to Miles Ngatai and Dan Ngatai. Feel free to write me how to pronounce that name. It looks like Vietnamese or Thai from the NG, but that's just our translation of their writing, so I don't think it will be pronounced like NG. Subject Ian. My first day at the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Ah, that's Ian, of course. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they are all geniuses and I'm a complete buffon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance there's a Half-Life. Yeah, klar. There's a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get in. Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabhai shows up, smiling. We are trying to find a cool acronym. Back when the institute was founded, she says. Einen? Ayapen? Einapno? It all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff and it kind of stuck, so we are officially called Ian, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know. Bloody geeks. Yeah, bloody geeks indeed. Athena Analysis. User Alex16 added 4 notes. Note number 1. The novel's first sentence, she woke up in an impossible place, knowing nothing, signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science fictional novus at the core of the narrative at face value, we should... That's an interesting thing, because the first sentences of novels, as like the first cutscene of a game or the first step of a game, is very defining for how the user feels. And for novel, it's very, very strong to have a good first sentence. Computer games normally don't do that with a very good first sentence. This one's first sentence came from Elohim. It was very strong. But normally, at most computer games or video games start with like a tutorial with messages popping up and you get the whole situation ruined, and that's not really how I like it, but it's how they set up the stuff. Yeah, it's a shame. Note number 2. Having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the word, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us is hex code. social reality and objective reality, also called belief or matter, come into conflict. Yeah. Our human mind is flawed. Yeah. Our human senses are flawed. Yeah, you can say that. Note number 3. When in chapter 16, A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the... Note number 4. A more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of... Yeah, okay, can't take much of note 3 and note 4. Note 2 is interesting. We'll have to talk very much about philosophy here in this game. There will come more. The Talos principle, just name dropping the name of the game, okay. Archive, 260 BC, F12. Straton of Stagera. Straton of Stagera. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. So, either Daedalus or Hephaestus, which is the smithing god, constructed an artificial man, and that man was the giant Talos. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then, a machine may have all the properties of a man, and acts as a man, while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. So this is about the double thing of, is a sophisticated enough machine? Is it a person? And the second side of that, aren't we all machines with our blood pumping machines, the hearts, giving the oxygens to all the cells, and the brain just working according to how the cells in the brain are originated and are placed in accordance to each other? Yeah. That's what this game is about. We are a machine, but we are a person. Exit. Wow, that was very much to read. Before I forget it, I will go to the QR code. I can't tell if the documents on the terminals are all that's left from a larger archive, or are carefully designed to communicate some hidden truth. Sheep says that. It's the second one, because this is a computer game.